Hey designers, it's asynchronous day. So what you're going to do is follow along with this video. You're going to look at your lesson plans and then go to your formative section under your personal tab, C2 and C3, and it will guide you through everything you need to do for the day. So we are on C, demonstrate excellent technical skills when making the solution and follow the plan to create the solution. Today is going to be a big work day. And what I'm going to do first is go over the final product and expectations. I'm going to go over our upcoming timeline and when you'll have work time in the class. We're going to work on your technical skills table that I've put in your formative section for you. I would really like you to work on your 5 detailed procedural steps. Now, first I requested at least 2 and to give me a lot of detail. Now I'm going to tell for you for the summative, you need a total of 5, which is great. You don't have to do 100 steps. Just demonstrate that you have the skill to do 5 detailed procedural steps along with the effective use of time and resources, and that will be good. All right. We are also going to talk about how we document that product development. That is a part of C3 as well. And you're going to be doing that today and over the next few days as you complete all of the work you'll need for this product. What is your product? Your product is going to be a detailed design blueprints of your system. So you've already done some work on this, kind of learning some skills that would go along with your orthographic projections and so forth. And you're going to demonstrate to me with these blueprints an isometric projection that's in 3D. It's going to be color with some annotations, at least 2 labeled orthographic projections with their dimensions. That can be the top and one side. An exploded view with numbers to show materials, or maybe a cutaway if you'd rather do that instead of the exploded view. And that last thing is a title block. The title block is a little place on your blueprints. It's going to have the product name, your name, a date, the scale of this product compared to the blueprints, the number of materials. So you're going to list out the materials and tell me about size and quantity potentially, and then a page number. So I have a little picture that's supposed to be coming up there of a title block, but I'll go over that with you again later so you know exactly what that looks like. All right, so that is your product. Next, I wanted to talk to you about the upcoming timeline. And we don't have a whole lot of in-class time, so you might want to be checking in on your progress of this product as you go along and make sure that you have enough done before the summative. Okay. And the summative is going to be due on the 12th. That's when we're putting all of this together. Again, you'll have this class period a lot of time, and the next few classes, what we do for our formatives will be really small, and most of your class time will be devoted toward this product. Okay. So let's see. Right here, I have that list. Classroom time for A days. You can look at that. Step 1 today, let's get started. So you're going to demonstrate excellent technical skills when making the solution. So we have to have some kind of gauge of what is not excellent and what is excellent. So a great way to do that is to put in some criteria that show the difference between, say, minimal skills and high quality skills. So you're going to brainstorm those technical skills you're going to use in order to make this product. Now, the skills, you can choose from a wide variety of skills. If you're working on something like SketchUp, that may be the technical skill that you're working on, and I'll show you kind of a demonstration of such a software and how you might explain that. If you are working by hand, there are a ton of technical skills that you are going to be learning by hand. Drawing, creating dimensions, doing this exploded view, those are all technical skills, okay? Those are even technical skills that you'll find within SketchUp. So I've watched tutorials on how you create an item and then how you can pull it apart. And that might be a skill that you define or articulate and describe here. But you need to pick 2. And that is because you need to be able, again, to describe what these skills are that you're learning. You need to think about your thinking. You need to think about your process and be able to document it, put it down on paper, or in this case, in your journal. This is your kind of like your digital process journal here, our notebook. All right, so I'm giving you an example that is not of something that we're doing because I want you to come up with your own. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's like to write this for SketchUp because I'd like you to come up with that. And what I'm using it as example from our other class, and we're using a software called Floor Planner, which creates floor plans. So 0 would be no skill demonstrated. And I put this exact table into your formative, so you don't even have to come up with a table. You just have to describe the criteria. So I'm saying for a 0, I didn't even submit an assignment. For a 1 to 2 that shows minimal skill demonstrated, for instance, I made a floor plan on Floor Planner, but there's nothing in it. There's no windows or doors. So to me, that would be very minimal skill demonstrated. Okay, still something. I'm learning how to use Floor Planner, but I can't do a whole lot with it at this point. For a 3-4, I'm saying I can make a floor plan and I have learned how to put in doors and put in windows. So that's demonstrating a little more skill. For a 5-6, for a competent skill, getting me toward my final product that Ms. Stapp asked for, it's a floor plan. It includes doors, windows, and interior walls to show rooms. And then finally, for those excellent skills, I'm able to do everything that she asked for with this software. I have a floor plan. It includes exterior and interior walls with rooms labeled, doors, windows, attached water collection system, and everything's labeled really nicely. Okay. And that to me would show excellent technical skill that you've evolved through learning how to use this software, floorplanner.com. Again, definitely, if you're using SketchUp or something like that, you can follow my example and kind of create something similar. Look at what your end product needs to be and how are you going to use that software in order to show excellent technical skill with that, achieving that blueprint, I guess. Also on the same table, I've asked you how you're going to demonstrate this skill in the end. And I said, well, if all of this is clear and evident on the blueprints I create at the end, then I've definitely achieved excellent skills and it's demonstrated right there on my blueprint. The other thing I can use to demonstrate that I'm mastering this skill is that I'm documenting the process the whole time. I'm taking screenshots and I can show you clearly from beginning to end my whole process in mastering this criteria. All right. So I'd like you to come up with, again, 2 technical skills that you're learning. You need to be able to think about that and articulate it, and you can use this rubric to demonstrate the difference between low level and high level skill. And then step 2, again, is documenting. Let's see, I'm going to put in that these are blueprints that we're creating. Important that you document your work on your procedural list and your blueprints today. Now, again, you don't have to have all 5 procedural steps done today. However, as you're learning to use this software, as you're learning these technical skills, I highly recommend that you just write down a few procedural steps. You're going to need at least 5 of them that are detailed. If one says lay down a piece of paper or open up Sketchbook, that's not a demonstration of the skill that I'm looking for. You have to incorporate a little more detail, as well as show the expected time and the resources needed to achieve that step. Okay, so document your work as you go along. I would take photos if I'm drawing or screenshots. That's an easy way to do it, and just pop it in maybe at the bottom of this page as you go along. Okay. After you finish your 5 detailed procedural steps, again, I'm not looking at those for today, but they will be required on your summative as a part of that video slideshow. You're going to show me an example of your procedural steps. So those have to look good. You got to give me 5 nice detailed ones. But after you finish that, You are going to work on your blueprints, take screenshots and photos. You're going to put the screenshots and photos down at the bottom of this page, and then the last thing you must do is annotate them. So it's no good if I don't understand what that picture is of. So put your screenshot in there, put your photo in there, and tell me what it is that I'm looking at. All right. This is the same as you are going to document for personal projects. So you should probably get used to that. Taking a screenshot, taking a photo, taking a video, putting it down and explaining what that is that you are demonstrating, your process and your progress towards end product. Okay. That is all we are doing today. I'd like to quickly show you what it's going to look like when you get to your formative section. It's C2 and C3. And I'm just going to scroll down, make sure I have everything right. Steps 1 through 3 are due today by 11:55. I say again, you don't have to put all procedural steps here, but I highly recommend you do it now, okay, so that you can remember it. It is really hard to do your product and then go back and try to create procedural steps. So just do them now and you'll have them all done and ready to go for that summative. Okay, 2 technical skills, you're going to put them in the table that I've given you here. Look back at my example if you need some help with that. It's important that you document and take pictures of your work as you move along. And then paste those screenshots or photos here and annotate them with a description of what is being shown. I have a checklist at the bottom. Make sure I got everything right on the checklist. Looks good. Okay. Send me an email if you have any questions, and please use all of this class time, nearly 2 hours, to work on your blueprints. And happy working, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.